Hey there guys, how's it going? My name is Sumedh Chatterjee from the Flow Zone Academy, and I'm a flow state coach, which means that I help you feel better and perform better. Today I'm going to talk to you about a couple of strange ways where you can get grounded. Now, grounding is really important, and in terms of in a spiritual context, it's very, very important because you want to feel connected to the earth. When someone says you're down to earth, this is what this means, okay? When you feel grounded, you feel connected to this physical reality. You don't feel like you're up in your head. You don't feel like you're overthinking, distracted, and with your head in the clouds. You actually feel like, okay, I'm here, I'm present, I'm ready, let's go, okay? So this is what this is going to primarily help you with. Now, a couple of very generic ways of grounding is obviously walking in the grass, okay? However, being indoors, there's not a lot of opportunity for that. So I want to give you a few other methods in which you can use to actually ground yourself. By the way, guys, I got an Alexa. Check it out. Alexa, how are you?
I don't like to brag, because that's not my bag. But I continue to slay at telling the joke of the day.
One of the very quick ways in which you can ground yourself, which might sound a little bit strange, is to wiggle your toes. Okay, wiggle each toe independently. Try to, and just make it almost like you're trying to play a piano with your toes. Okay, and that's going to ground you very, very quickly. Okay, you can do this when you're in a public environment too, and you feel a little bit nervous, like you're new there and you don't know what's happening, and you can just slowly start to ground yourself by wiggling your toes. Okay, second one is you guys got to get yourself some Rudraksh beads. Now, Rudraksh beads are seeds that are actually found from a tree, but they really, really help you when it comes down to grounding. And you can also prime yourself in terms of wearing them, and wearing it underneath a tree or being in nature and wearing them. And then once you bring them back home, you can then feel that same level of groundedness, because it does actually, get energy from sunlight, nature, things like that. So it's very powerful as well. And you can also charge them. A great way to charge them is to say the name of Shiva. However, you can charge them with any kind of mantra that you wish. You don't necessarily have to go that route. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. You can do that, but you can also basically have your own mantra, like the one I love by Emil Coué: every day in every way is getting better and better. Every day in every way is getting better and better. Every day in every. Okay, so you keep going. And another way to ground yourself is getting yourself some pressure point sandals. Okay, let me show you an example of this. I have one right here. So these sandals right here, you notice that they have little knobs on them, and they're little pressure points. These little knobs are putting a little bit of acupressure at the bottom of your feet, so they're keeping you grounded. You can find many different types and varieties of this, and they can really be super, super helpful. Alternatively, what you can do is also, if you get yourself a foam roller like this, and what you want to do is basically you want to press your feet down on the foam roller and just roll it, okay, the bottom of your feet. Really, really helpful, okay? All right, so the next uncommon one that you probably haven't heard before is spooning. And this is from Adana from Mind Valley. I don't know if you ever heard of this, but if you get yourself a spoon, and make sure it's stainless steel, because it holds the kind of energy by itself, and it changes the, when your skin makes contact with any kind of steel or metal or anything like that, there's always a reaction taking place. Okay, so what you want to do is essentially you want to take your foot and you want to scoop, but then you also want to use the back to just basically ground yourself like that. And it's kind of strange. Of course, you're eating with this, so you want to make sure you want to wash this really well as well. So, but it really, really does help. And I've noticed a big difference in doing it over time. Like the first time you do it, you won't feel anything, but if you keep doing it, you'll really, really start to feel that there is a difference happening in terms of this. So that's a really powerful one as well. Next one, I don't know if you guys have any of these. These are little EMS devices. This one is actually for the abdominals. See this one here. But so yeah, these get yourself one of these, okay, and you can order these online, okay, they're really cheap. What you want to do is you just want to put it on your foot area, either on your ankle or like right here or right here. Or you can also do it across like this. Yeah, if you do this, you really start noticing that you're going to be much more conscious of your feet. Okay, so yeah, this is really powerful. So what you do is essentially like, you turn it on. You turn it on right here. Notice how many clients call me all the time. Hold on 1 second, guys. Another thing that can be really useful is to put your hand underwater, and you can change the temperature of the water from like hot, cold, and that will really get you to focus in on the different sensations that are changing in your hand. That's very grounding. And also just like drinking something very warm or drinking something very cold can have the same effect. I also like to imagine and visualize that all of my disempowering or disencouraging emotions are going down out of my feet and positive energies going up my feet. So it's almost like a little exchange happening. Just give yourself some foot massages, right? If you don't have someone to give you foot massages, you can just try doing it for your own feet. It's really, really powerful, and it can essentially really help with grounding. And learning how to self-massage can be very, very practical, because a lot of our neurotic holding patterns or different things that we're going through in terms of emotions, traumas, or events can be actually held in the body, held onto in the body. So just slowly massaging the feet, just the way that you would massage a person, like their back or things like that. Just use both of your thumbs to really gently press each area. In the Chinese system, they believe that the feet actually connect to all of our different organs. So if you give yourself a good foot massage, you can really impact all your organs altogether. That's what I have for you. I hope this video, gives you something new and new way to think about this kind of stuff. I think that it's very, very powerful. And if you start practicing this on the daily, you can get really, really good at grounding yourself. Again, if you want a practical other exercise, I do have, I'm going to post more videos on grounding, but also like check out my video on primal hopping. That's a really, really great grounding exercise too, because that really, really, you know, consciously pay more attention to the bottom of your feet while doing that exercise, and it really opens you up and makes you much more in tune with the body, and you feel deeply embodied as you do that as well. So yeah, I hope this helps you out today, guys. Have an amazing day. May the flow be with you, and stay clutch.